Getting this beautiful chrome effect with regular polish is absolutely possible, and if you're getting smudge base or uneven surface, shimmery or dull effect, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. First, I want to start by showing you the powders that I'll be using for this video. These are the Savilan chrome powders. You have 12 different colors, 12 eyeshadow applicators, and the instructions. These are double-sided. I normally don't use it for the application with regular polish, but they're there if you need them. They come with instructions, and you have the name of the powders at the back of the jar. You can remove them from the foam, use it individually, and then you can put them back and store them in the same box that they came in, which is highly convenient, and I really like that about this product. First, I'm going to test these powders, and I'm going to show you how I achieved the full chrome effect that you saw at the beginning of the video. So this is Essie licorice. It's a regular polish, so it dries by air, and I'm going to apply 2 coats of this one. If you have a black polish that is actually a 1-coater, you can use that one. Then I will apply Good to Go by Essie. This is a quick dry top coat, and this is actually one of the most important steps that you should do on top of your regular polish. So this will create an even surface for you to glide the powder on top of the nail with your finger. I normally use my ring finger because I feel I can control more the pressure with that finger. You can also use the eyeshadow applicator, but I find it that is too rough and it doesn't glide as much on top of the regular polish. Maybe it will work with gel, but for regular polish, I find that the finger is the best option. Of course, that's what worked for me, but you're welcome to use any other tools that you find that work for you. So here I'm applying different colors. So we have a holographic pink, blue, green, gold, and this one there is a little like a fuchsia color, and they all have the same technique. And after I applied the chrome powder, I applied this pillow base coat. This is by Cirque colors, and that's the star of the show. That will make your chrome really shine, and then you can apply your quick dry top coat as usual. And here are all the colors that came in the box. They're absolutely beautiful. 3 of them are also holographic. So I wanted to test out if they will stick to the stamp. So here I'm stamping this little star, and I'm gonna test all the different colors. If you don't know how you can stamp with chrome powders, I have a whole video about that, and I actually explain there are different techniques and how to do it, and troubleshooting as well. So if you're interested, I will link it in the description below so you can check that out. Here you can see that the colors are super beautiful, super shiny, and some of them holographic as well. Now let's take a look at the first problem. So this one is my base smudges. So for this test, we're gonna use this holographic pink powder, and the nail is prepared exactly as the other ones that you saw that worked out. So 2 coats of black nail polish and 1 coat of the quick dry top coat. But in this case, if you start like rubbing your powder, you're gonna start see some wrinkles and maybe some lifting. So that means that actually the powder wasn't completely settled and dry. So how we fix this is just to wait a little bit more, making sure that after you apply the quick dry top coat, you wait around 3.5 minutes before you start rubbing in the powder. So that's gonna help you out and avoid any wrinkles on your base. And this is the pillow base coat that I showed you before, so it will preserve the shine. And then we can apply the quick dry top coat on top of that. It's very important that we clean our brush before putting it on the bottle again so it doesn't get contaminated with other powders. And you can see clearly the difference here. The second problem is the powder won't stick to the nail. So for this test, I'm using this beautiful blue, and the base is going to be exactly the same as I showed you before. 2 coats of the black, 1 coat of the quick dry top coat, but when we rub in the powder, and then we remove the excess, we're gonna find out that everything is getting removed, so the powder isn't sticking. And this is basically because your base was completely dry, wasn't sticky enough. So the fix is actually the complete opposite of the first example. You have to wait between 3 and 3.5 minutes, but if you wait too long, the quick dry top coat is gonna get completely dry, and then you're not gonna have any stickiness for the powder to actually stick to the nail. So here in this case, I'm just following the same technique that I did before, 3 to 3.5 minutes, and then the powder, even if you remove it with the brush, it will stay on the nail. Now the third issue is the powder will show uneven surface. So for this test, I'm using this green that I'm already seeing that it will look great for Christmas nails. And I'm just gonna start rubbing it in an uneven surface. So here on purpose, I paint my nail with the black polish, but I put some bumps here and there so you can see that there's an uneven surface. And I didn't put the quick dry top coat on top. So even if I apply the peel off base coat on top, it will show all the imperfections. So you could see here bumps, it looks a little bit grainy, more shimmery than actually chrome, and that's because the powder didn't have like a smooth surface to glide in. So the fix for that, and this is going to apply to your natural nails, is apply a rich filling base coat. So you can't see it here, but you will see it on your nails. If you have any ridges, any imperfections, any bumps, that's gonna show with the chrome. So it's better if you apply the base coats so everything is even before you apply the polish. And the quick dry top coat also helps with that smooth surface. So you can see here that my finger is gliding a little bit more, and I'm getting that shine and that chrome look without any bumps underneath. So this is super important for the application, and if you apply both, it will really help. Here you can see the massive difference between these two, and it's actually the same powder, the same technique, but it's just about having a smooth surface, even surface, and applying your quick dry top coat after the color. The fourth issue is the top coat dulls the chrome effect. For this test, I'm using this gold powder. I think this is one of the most common things that people struggle with. So here I'm applying the powder, and as you can see, I'm getting already a chrome effect, like mirror-like. It looks super beautiful to me. But then if you apply a regular top coat, let's say Good to Go, this is a quick dry top coat, or any other top coat that you have that is not a peel off base coat, it will dull the effect immediately. You can see here that it's a little bit shimmer, it lost a lot of shine. So the fix for that is actually use always the peel off base coat. That has worked for me a lot more than any other water-based top coats. So you got to test some things out. For some people, I know there are some water-based top coats that work. For me, I find out that the best effect is with the peel off base coat. So you can see also here the difference. On the right side, it's a little bit dull, a little bit more shimmery, and not that mirror-like finish on the right. So the first row is actually all the ones that I did successfully that had that shine and chrome effect. And in the lower row, I'm just gonna test different top coats and see what happens. The first one is the Apipila Smudge Free Top Coat. This is the one that I use to avoid any smudge on my stamping, and you will see the effect that has on the next clip. The second one is Gel Setter. This is a regular quick dry top coat by Essie, and you can see the first one, the pink one, it's already blurry and it gets this like white cast on top. So there are some top coats that will do that, but this one actually dries and it doesn't stay like that for a long time. The next one is the Miracle Gel by Essie, and you can see here all the streaks and the powder gets really actually destroyed. The next one is the Moyu top coat, and this one still dulls the powder, not as much, but still I think it lost a lot of shine. So you can start seeing like all the results here. And the last one is the UNT Pillow Base Coat. This is the one that I've been using so far, but I think by this point it's already too old and probably it's already contaminated with some other powders. So the best effect that I got is with the Pillow Base Coat that I have from Cirque Colors. Here you can see the difference that is huge. And the fifth issue is I cannot remove the powder. So if you're removing all your nails with the powder with acetone, you're gonna find out that this is gonna remove the quick dry top coat that you put last, but it's not gonna go through the peel off base coat or the powder. So to avoid that, after this step, we're gonna just add water. Okay, for this one, I'm adding water on a wipe, but if you have it on your hands, you can just run your hands underwater for a couple of seconds, and then you're gonna see that this is gonna break out the peel off base coat. Water is the only thing that can break the peel off base coat down, and you can see that the powder is a little bit damaged. And after that, you're gonna continue with your acetone, leave it there for a little while, and then you can remove all the layers. So this is actually super easy. And you don't need to file the product, you don't need to use anything fancy, just like follow this: acetone, water, and acetone. And some final considerations. Cap the free edge always to protect the powder. Avoid the contact with too much water. Protect your nails wearing gloves when doing chores. And keep in mind that this manicure may last only a few days. So here are the powders that I tested. They're beautiful colors and I think I'm very happy with all the results. I will link them in the description below so you can check them out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!